Hey, if you're struggling to connect in your relationship, then you probably want to watch this video because I'll let you know 3 ways, and they're not the only 3 ways, but there are definitely 3 ways that you can connect, reconnect, start to connect, learn to connect, whatever it is that you need to do. Welcome to Connected Life. I'm Anthony, and today we're talking about connection in relationships. So, if you're in a relationship, specifically romantic, intimate, dating, marriage, regardless of the gender or sexual orientation of the other person, you're going to want to connect on a certain level. And fortunately, that's universal across the board. So, no matter who you are, or what you like, don't like, or think, connection with humans is pretty much the same, right? We all kind of think similar, feel similar when it comes to relationships and love and dating and how we're going to get through it and navigate it. We all kind of have a similar thing going on up there. So if you're struggling to connect, check out these 3 points and see if they help you. You might want to write things down. You might want to comment. If you have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. You ask, I answer. Number 1, allow openness. And what does that mean? That means wait for the person, see what they're going to say, see how they're going to react, behave, and allow them to be who they are in that moment. If you want to connect with someone, you kind of have to be open to who they are, what they think, what they feel, how they act, react, and behave. Now, if you're in a new relationship, that might be a little bit challenging for you, right? Because you don't really know the person well or on a lot of different levels. But if you're in a relationship that you've been in for, I'd say, 6 months or more, you probably have a pretty good idea of how the person acts, how they react, what they like, what they don't like. And of course, I always encourage communication. So if you don't know that, you probably want to ask, right? What do you like? What don't you like? Unfortunately, today we meet people, we go out on dates, we sleep together. 3 months in, we're in this relationship, but we don't really know the person. We don't know what they like. We don't know what their triggers are. We don't know why they avoid us. We don't know why they're anxious. We don't know anything. We know that we started dating, things were great, and now things are not so great. So allow openness. I'm open to whatever you have to say. I'm open to listening to you. I'm open to trying to understand. I'm open to letting you explain to me what you want, what you need. A good way to understand that is to understand why. Okay, here's what you want, here's what you need. Why do you need that? Why do you want that? That helps you understand why they need and want the things that they want. And of course, you can do the same thing with them, right? You want people to know what you want, why you want it. If you want people to understand you, you're probably going to have to go through these types of questions and answers to get to the bottom of why they want and like what they like and don't want what they don't want. But that's all part of connection. Listen to understand. All right. How many times are you talking to somebody and you're just waiting? You're listening and you're like, as soon as they stop talking, I am going to let them have it. So listen to understand. I'm listening. I'm thinking about what you are really telling me. What are you really saying? Maybe there's something beneath the words or behind the words. Maybe you feel that they want something that they're not able to say. Maybe they're afraid to say it. If you're in an attachment style where you're kind of avoidant or anxious or afraid of abandonment, you may not always say what you're thinking and feeling because you're afraid the person might not like you, might not love you, or might leave you, right? Abandonment. So you might say things a little bit differently. If you've been in a relationship for a long time, you might understand what that person's trying to say without them really saying it. So listen to understand, not to react. Don't wait sitting there like I'm just waiting for you to shut your mouth so I can tell you all the things about how I feel. Be there for them. Listen to them. Give them their time and their space to be seen and heard. And then, of course, you will have your time to be seen and heard if it's a good relationship dynamic. All right. And number 3, express your needs clearly. So that goes back to listening to understand, right? What are we really saying? What do we really need? So if you express your needs clearly and kindly, that's going to help people be more open to give you what you want. If you yell and scream at me, do you really think I'm going to give you what you want? Probably not. So if I yell and scream at you, are you going to give me what I want? Are you going to think about my needs? Are you going to think about, wow, we had that conversation earlier and they screamed at me and they made me feel like shit, but I really want to give them what they want? I mean, you might, if you're over giving. That would go back to potentially fear of abandonment, right? That's a different topic, a different video. But be careful of what you're thinking and feeling when you're giving people what they or what you think they want, because it may be a little bit more than you need to give them if you're afraid of something happening or not going your way. So express your needs clearly. Let's emphasize clearly. That's kind of like, hey, we haven't spent a lot of time together. I would like to go out this weekend. I would like to do something fun. What do you think? Not, it doesn't feel like you love me. Okay. Now, for the guys, let's break this down, guys and girls. For the guys, if you're the female and you say that to a guy is going to be clueless. So you are going to need to be clear, right? I'm feeling a little disconnected. It would be great if we went out this weekend and did something fun. Can we do that? I don't feel like you love me. I feel disconnected. Is going to leave a guy kind of feeling like, okay, so what's the guy gonna do? In most cases. I'm speaking from a guy's point of view, so we're going to try and make you happy. We're going to do what we think is going to make you happy. What we think is going to make you happy may not make you happy. But again, if you were clear about that initially, we wouldn't have to guess, right? And we wouldn't have to come up with the wrong thing, potentially. All right, so maybe to me as the guy, I'm thinking, she doesn't feel loved. She doesn't feel connected. I'm going to get her a new fishing pole. I like fishing. We can go fishing together and connect. Do you want to go fishing? You don't. So be clear and, of course, be kind. Tell a guy what you want. Tell a girl what you want. Don't be afraid to tell a girl, this is what I want. This is what I need. It's kind of like a balance. If you're always going to be afraid to say what you're thinking and feeling, are you ever going to get to connection? Probably not. All right? And emphasize being kind. Don't go to someone and say, I'm angry and this is what I want, or this is what I need, or you never, or you always. Hey, I've been feeling this way. What do you think? A simple step in that is bring it up a notch. Bring it up. Have a little joy. Have a little excitement. Don't be angry. Don't be pissed off. Don't go to someone thinking you're going to get what you want and be angry. Key element in that is, if you're used to getting what you want, especially as a child, through being angry, you may still do that as an adult. And I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't work. I did it. It doesn't work. And it's also nasty, right? It doesn't help the other person feel good. So if you're angry and you think, oh, well, when I was a kid, I always got what I wanted when I was angry, you're not going to get anywhere. And even if you didn't get what you wanted, you just felt better and you felt more in control and more powerful because you used anger instead of love or kindness or consideration. That's not going to work either. That's not going to last long. If your relationship's built on anger, it's probably not a good relationship, right? So express needs clearly and kindly. Hey, babe, I would really like to go someplace nice for dinner. We always eat crappy dinners. Why don't we go out to blank restaurant this Saturday? All right, now she knows what you want to do, she knows why you want to do it, and she knows where you want to go. And now she can say, yes, no, I don't like that, I want this. It's communication, it's back and forth, it's connection, right? If you just say, I don't feel like you ever talk to me, what does that even mean? Get to the bottom of the situation, get to the root cause. What's going on? What's working? What's not working? Let's talk about it. All right? That's always going to be the key to connection in a relationship. And always mindset. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? I got to let the other person know. I also have to be aware myself of what am I thinking and what am I feeling. Am I thinking this person's going to leave me? Am I overgiving because of that? Am I thinking this person doesn't really love me? Am I acting, reacting, and behaving because of that? And if I'm only thinking that and I haven't talked to them, why am I thinking that? Right? We always have a choice. It's 50-50. They don't like me. They do like me. They don't love me. They do love me. You're thinking. So if you're thinking, why are you thinking the negative thing when you could very easily think the positive thing? So watch your mindset, watch what you're thinking and feeling, how you're thinking and feeling, and make sure when you communicate clearly and kindly that you're thinking about what you're saying and why you're saying it the way you're saying it, right? You want the other person to feel loved. That person in return should also want you to feel loved. So what do I want and what do I need? Connection with mindset, express needs clearly and kindly, listen to understand, not to react, and then allow openness. Comment below and let me know if you're struggling with something, if you're in a relationship and it's not going well, you're having some problems communicating, you don't know what to do, you're unsure, comment below and let me know. I'll help you out. And also see you in the next video.